Join me as I explore how nuclear meltdowns are portrayed in popular video games like Fallout, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and Chernobyl, Untold Stories, and how they compare to real-life events. The first video game to feature a nuclear meltdown was 1985's Wasteland, a post-apocalyptic RPG. Fallout's Vault-Tec vaults were inspired by real-life Cold War-era underground bunkers. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, is based on the real-life 1986 disaster, with similar geography and landmarks. Chernobyl, Untold Stories is the only game to consult with real-life Chernobyl cleanup workers for authenticity. Nuclear meltdowns in games often exaggerate radiation effects for gameplay purposes, unlike real-life events. On the 8th of October 1871, a devastating fire destroyed the town of Peshtigo, Wisconsin, killing over 1,200 people and leaving thousands homeless, making it the deadliest wildfire in U.S. history. On the 8th of October 1871, the Great Peshtigo Fire occurred, a devastating wildfire in U.S. history. The fire destroyed 16 towns, including Peshtigo, Wisconsin, and burned over 1.2 million acres of land. The fire killed an estimated 1,200 people, making it the deadliest wildfire in U.S. history. The fire was so massive that it created its own weather system, with fire-generated tornadoes and firestorms. The exact cause of the fire remains unknown, but human activity, like logging and railroad construction, are suspected. Find out how stars like Taylor Swift, Rihanna, and Chris Hemsworth overcame bullying to become the icons they are today. Taylor Swift was bullied so badly in school that she ate lunch in the bathroom to avoid her tormentors. Rihanna was constantly teased about her skin tone and hair texture, leading to low self-esteem. Chris Hemsworth was bullied for being overweight and awkward as a kid, but found solace in sports. Lady Gaga was bullied for her eccentric style, and was even thrown into a trash can by her classmates. Michael Phelps was bullied for his ADHD, and was told he'd never make it as a swimmer. Kate Winslet was bullied for her weight and appearance, but used it as fuel to pursue her acting dreams. Learn how the Duffer Brothers' own childhood experiences, including bullying and a love of 80 seconds movies, influenced the creation of Stranger Things and its characters. The Duffer Brothers, Matt and Ross, grew up in Dallas, North Carolina, and were often bullied in school. Their parents, a teacher and an engineer, encouraged their creativity, allowing them to make short films as kids. The brothers' love for 80 seconds movies, such as E.T. and The Goonies, heavily influenced Stranger Things' nostalgic tone. Matt and Ross drew inspiration from their own childhood friendships, making the show's characters relatable and authentic. The brothers' experiences as outsiders in school informed the character development of Eleven, Mike, and Will. Explore the record-breaking 14 consecutive penalty saves by former Portuguese goalkeeper Ricardo Pereira between 2005-2008, a feat that still stands today. Ricardo Pereira, a Portuguese goalkeeper, holds the record for most consecutive penalty saves. Between 2005 and 2008, he saved an astonishing 14 penalties in a row. Pereira achieved this feat playing for Boa Vista, Sporting CP, and Betis in 3 different leagues. His record-breaking streak spanned over 3 years, with an average of 4.67 saves per year. During this period, Pereira's penalty save percentage was an incredible 77.8%. To this day, no goalkeeper has surpassed Pereira's remarkable 14 consecutive penalty saves. The zipper revolutionized fashion by enabling designers like Coco Chanel and Elsa Schiaparelli to create modern, streamlined clothing. See how it changed the fashion world. In 1893, Whitcomb Judson invented the first zipper, initially used for shoes and bags. The zipper's popularity in fashion grew in the 1920 seconds, with designers like Coco Chanel embracing its functionality. Chanel's 1926 collection featured zippers, allowing for more streamlined, modern silhouettes in women's clothing. Elsa Schiaparelli's 1930 seconds designs further popularized zippers, incorporating them into everything from dresses to hats. By the 1940 seconds, zippers had replaced buttons and hooks in many garments, revolutionizing the fashion industry. Learn how the devastation of World War II led to the formation of the United Nations, with 51 founding countries signing the UN Charter in San Francisco on June 26, 1945, and how it has shaped global politics ever since. World War II's devastating toll led world leaders to seek a new international order, preventing future wars. The United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union drafted the UN Charter in 1944. On June 26, 1945, 51 founding countries signed the UN Charter in San Francisco's War Memorial Opera House. The UN's primary goal is to maintain international peace and security, promoting collective action. Since its inception, the UN has helped resolve numerous conflicts, including the Korean War and Congo crisis. The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff sparked controversy and investigation. The Wilhelm Gustloff was a German ocean liner that sank on the 30th of January 1945 during World War II. Over 10,000 people, mostly civilians and wounded soldiers, were on board when it set sail from East Prussia. The ship was torpedoed by a Soviet submarine, S-13, while en route to Kiel, Germany. The tragedy resulted in the loss of over 9,000 lives, making it the deadliest maritime disaster in history. The Gustloff's captain, Friedrich Petersen, was criticized for not taking adequate precautions despite receiving warnings of Soviet submarines in the area. An investigation by the German Navy concluded that a combination of factors, including inadequate training and poor communication, contributed to the tragedy. Relive Tiger Woods' first PGA Tour win at the 1996 Las Vegas Invitational, where he shot a 2-1 under par 267 to win by 5 strokes at just 20 years old. Tiger Woods won his first PGA Tour event at the 1996 Las Vegas Invitational at just 20 years old. This was his 5th professional start, making it a remarkable early achievement in his career. Tiger's winning score was 267, a 2-1 under par total that left him 5 strokes ahead of the runner-up. The victory earned Woods a $297,000 prize, more than doubling his previous career earnings. This win marked the beginning of a remarkable 1-1 win season for Woods, a PGA Tour rookie record. The 1996 Las Vegas Invitational win propelled Tiger Woods to international stardom, cementing his status as a golf phenomenon. Apple Maps was launched in 2012, but its poor performance and inaccurate data led to a massive public backlash. Apple Maps launched in 2012, replacing Google Maps as the default iOS mapping app. The app was criticized for inaccurate data, including incorrect business listings and misplaced landmarks. One notable fail was a missing city, with entire towns and cities not appearing on the map. Apple Maps also incorrectly labeled some locations, such as a Ukrainian monument, as a restaurant. The backlash was so severe that Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, issued a public apology for the app's failures. Since then, Apple has significantly improved Apple Maps, adding new features and enhancing its accuracy.